This fragrance, it's amazing. And today I'm going to give you 10 things that I love about Spicebomb Extreme. And of course, I want to hear your opinion. Let me know down in the comments, what are some things you love about Spicebomb Extreme? And if you hate the fragrance, tell me 10 things you hate about Spicebomb Extreme. It's not going to be for everyone. It's a fragrance that is somewhat daring in its own regard, but it's an amazing, amazing winter fragrance. And it's one that I put off for the longest time. Picked it up here this winter and I've been enjoying it ever since. So I want to go over some things I love about the scent, maybe to help you make a purchase. If you were like me, if you were hesitant on picking this fragrance up because it is expensive, trust me, it's not cheap. I was hesitant. If you're in the same boat, maybe this video can help you out. If you like content like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Also turn on post notifications and like this video. And I do appreciate your support. Everyone who comes in and watches my videos every day really means the world to me. Now let's go and jump into this. Let's start off with the first thing I love about Spicebomb Extreme. This is going to be an obvious one. That's the scent. It's warm, it's sweet, it's seductive. It's a more refined version of the original Spicebomb Eau de Toilette. That's the simplest way to put it. The original is a guy in his 20s. It's a guy in college. He's going out, he's partying, he's doing all sorts of fun stuff. That's the OG. That's Spicebomb Eau de Toilette. That's how that fragrance comes across. Spicebomb Extreme, that is that same person, but in his 30s. That is when he is settled down. You know, his partying phase is over. He's out of college. He's settled into a nice job. He's chilled out. He's starting a family, that sort of thing. That's really how this fragrance comes across. It's laid back, it's refined, it's warm. It kind of rounds off the edges, so to speak, of that harshness and that spiciness that you get from the original. So it's really a nice change there. It's something that is going to be a bit more mature, while the original has this like youthful, playful type of smell to it. This one's got a little bit more of a grown-up aspect to it, which I really like for that. It smells great, especially for fall and winter time. You can't beat the smell of this. Again, of course, it's not going to be for everyone, but for those of us who like it, we really, really like it, and I think it's definitely worth you try. Versatility. So you can wear this fragrance for about anything in the fall and winter time. Really, no matter what. You don't have to put too much thought into it. If you have a date night, you can wear this. If you have a party to go to, you can wear this. If you're just going out during the day, doing your thing, you can wear this fragrance. If you're going to work, you could wear it. Would I say this is a good office fragrance? Probably not. I would recommend maybe something a little bit lighter, maybe something a little bit less daring. However, you can do it. Basically, the point I'm trying to make here is you can wear this for about anything. You don't have to put too much thought into it, and that is great because typically with these sweeter fragrances for fall and winter, they can be a bit more situational specific. And this one, again, maybe a few things that's not the best for, like an office fragrance. I think there are better options. I think this one could be a little bit daring depending on your line of work. Of course, it all depends. It depends on how many sprays you apply too. If you don't go trigger heavy, you could probably get away with about anything. But while this doesn't work for absolutely everything, in my opinion, it is one of the more versatile winter fragrances out there. Fresh fragrances are versatile and you can do about anything with them anytime. Winter fragrances, not so much, but this one is one that is very versatile, which is awesome because, again, you are paying a premium for this stuff. Even on discounters, it's going to be a little bit over $100. I will link it down below to a couple of the discounters where it's in stock or where it should be in stock. You can click those links, compare the prices, see which one's cheaper, and see which one's in stock and so forth, because it changes and goes in and out all the time. I don't want to give you an exact price. I don't want to tell you exactly where it's in stock because it changes. You could be watching this video a year from now and it's not available anywhere. Who knows? So you can check those links, but this, again, is versatile for what it is, and that's really nice when you're paying this amount of money. You want to be able to wear it. Scent trail. This fragrance leaves an incredible sillage. It's attention grabbing, it's head turning, it's everything that you would expect in a fragrance like this, and a fragrance that is a follow-up to the original Spicebomb, which was very successful in getting attention and turning people's heads. It does it. This one still does it. It still has that effect. Don't get me wrong. Even though it is kind of a more refined version, a more grown-up version, it's still got mass appeal to it. It still has this head-turning factor. And again, smelling this up close is one thing. It smells great. If you smell it like close up, it smells great, but there's something about catching whiffs of it in the air, from the sillage, from it wafting, from it lingering in the air for a little bit while. That is when it smells the best. That's really when this fragrance is magical in my opinion. So I do recommend, if you can, try to experience this one on someone else. Like seriously, have one of your friends wear this, and then you guys just go hang out, do your thing. You're going to catch whiffs of it. You're going to be like, that smells really freaking good. And that's what you're going to be smelling like to all the people around you. So it's really cool to experience this from someone else. Highly recommend you do that, because the scent trail this one leaves is incredible. It's masculine. Yeah, this is a man's fragrance in a world full of bubblegummy, sweet fragrances. Do I have to say more? Performance. This one is a strong performing fragrance. You will get every bit of 10 hours plus from the scent. At least that's what I personally get. I guess I shouldn't say that's what you're going to get, because then people are going to get triggered and type away when they don't get the same performance. Look, everyone's skin chemistry is different. Everyone's batches are different and all this and all that. I personally get great performance out of this one. Maybe not everyone does. That's just kind of how this hobby works. If you haven't caught on by now, that's just kind of something you have to deal with. But I get great performance from it. A lot of other people get great performance from it. It's going to last you a long time. And again, it's going to project a lot as well. Not only is it going to be projecting, but it's also leaving that nice scent trail that I talked about, which is really kind of the best part of this fragrance. So great performance here. Again, that is something that is nice when you are paying this amount of money for a scent, and for me, it does deliver. It's seductive. What else can I say? This is a seductive fragrance. Vanilla mixed with tobacco and some spices. It creates such an inviting aroma that's just so warming and so sexy. I mean, you can't beat it. This stuff is incredible, and whatever they're going here with this fragrance, they hit it nail on the head. It's alluring, it's seductive. That's really about all you could say. It's unique. This is a unique fragrance in my personal opinion. There really isn't anything out there that quite smells like this one. Yeah, of course, you do have the original Spicebomb. You do have Givenchy Gentleman Absolute, which kind of smells like the original Spicebomb, and again, these do kind of run together to some extent, but nothing really quite gets it as close. But nothing really quite hits home like this one does. Just the way the vanilla hits in this fragrance, mixing with that tobacco and those spices. It's something that I've never smelled anywhere else, and that honestly you probably won't smell anywhere else, obviously, unless a company clones it or something like that, which is very well possible. But I just mean in terms of other fragrances out there. This one is very original in my opinion. It smells great. You really don't have to worry about anyone else around you wearing this fragrance, because most people outside of the community aren't going to be doing that. Again, price tag is going to be scaring a lot of people off, and just the fact that this one is more treasured inside the community than it is outside of the community. It's a compliment magnet. It just is. This is a fragrance that's going to pull you a lot of compliments, just like the original Spicebomb Eau de Toilette, which is, of course, a very mass-pleasing compliment-getting fragrance. One of the reasons why it's so popular. This one follows in that one's footsteps, and it does the same thing. And what's nice about this one is the fact that it is a little bit rounded off, a little bit warmer. It kind of gives you better odds of getting compliments, at least in my opinion and from my experience. The original can be a bit too spicy for some people. It can be a bit too harsh for some people, but this one smooths it out, warms it up, makes it more sensual, kind of lays down a better foundation for getting compliments. Of course, both are still going to do it great, but this one, what can I say? It's a compliment magnet. Spicebomb DNA has worked for many years, and it still does. It's high quality. This is a high quality fragrance, guys. It really, really is. And again, that is something that you would expect when you look at how much this fragrance costs. It's high quality, and that's a good thing. It definitely is in that upper tier of designer fragrances. I mean, if you smell a $100 designer fragrance, or $80, $100 like the Armani fragrances, these fragrances, and some others, and then you compare that to a lower tier Mont Blanc, Nautica, those types of fragrances, you can tell a difference in quality, and that just comes from the fact that these fragrances that are more expensive just come across more high quality. That's just how it is. That's really how it is with most things. I mean, shoes, watches, all that good stuff. Typically when you're spending more money, you're getting better quality. Of course, that's not always the case. There are a ton of cheap fragrances that smell great and are great quality. So I don't want anyone to get that wrong, but you will notice a difference here in terms of the scent quality and how it develops when you compare it to more affordable fragrances. So that is one thing to note here. You're not buying something that is a cheap fragrance repackaged into a $100 bottle and then sold, right? You're getting what you paid for with this one, and I think that's, you know, remarkable, and that's a good thing. If you want to treat yourself to a nice high quality fragrance and you just want to have that feeling of, hey, I'm wearing something that is high quality right now, this one will do it for you. Finally, it's the epitome of a cool weather fall winter fragrance. It has this warm, cozy quality about it that makes it smell like the holidays. It makes it smell like Christmas. It makes it smell like you're, you know, outside. It makes it smell like you just came in from outside in the snow and you're getting warmed up by the fire. You're getting warmed up next to your significant other. It just has that whole sort of winter vibe going on from this scent. That's just what it puts off, and that's awesome. That's really exactly what I think of now when I think of a winter fragrance, is a nice warm vanilla, spicy tobacco type scent. I mean, it's utilizing some of the best notes here all together in this fragrance, and they're all mixed in such a way that it comes across smelling great. Even though we are getting down to the end of winter here, if you want to pick something up and you want to enjoy it and, you know, finish out the winter with a great fragrance, check out Spicebomb Extreme if you haven't yet. Seriously, guys, give it a shot. Trust me, it was hard for me to pull the trigger on this one at first too because it is expensive, but once I did, I've been happy with it 100%. So hopefully this video helps you guys out. Again, if you needed a little push on maybe why to check this fragrance out and pick it up, hopefully this video helped you out. And if you weren't planning on wanting to buy this fragrance and now I've convinced you to do so, I'm sorry, that's just kind of what I do here. What can I say? I like good fragrances and I like telling you guys about them. So again, you can check out those links down below to pick this fragrance up at discounted prices. That's going to do it for me. Make sure you comment down below telling me what you think about Spicebomb Extreme and what you love about it as well. That's going to do it for me, guys. I'll see you tomorrow night with another video. Take care.